All right, so this video is going to be a couple minutes longer than normal, so stick with me on this one because this is important. I went to a meeting this morning with the Golden Crescent Regional Planning Committee, right? Every 5 years, they do a new strategic assessment for their next 5 years, and that helps set the basis up for their 10-year plan, so on and so forth, right? What they do is they hire a third-party company to come in and write that, right? So using some common sense, this third-party company decided instead of doing a big group meeting, we are going to give individual time blocks to each county or each entity to tell us about their county and their entity. So this morning between 10:30 and 12 was Goliad's time, right? So myself, the county treasurer, and the president of the EDC for the city all sat down and talked to him, right? Now, full disclosure, I've been through these several times, right? When I was on the Economic Development Committee, those were paid, and what we got for them was not worth the money, right? It was a $25,000 bill for them to tell me things like, you need to increase your tax revenue. Well, no kidding. We know that, right? This is free, and it's on a bigger scale, right? I think Goliad needs to be regional in their economic plan because any business or industry that's going to come to Goliad County isn't looking at just Goliad County. Otherwise, they wouldn't come, right? They're looking at what's the region, right? It's not a 7,000 person county. It's a 750,000 people region, right? That they're drawn to. The problem has always been is nobody is properly articulating what Goliad needs or what Goliad can offer, right? That was the problem with the strategic assessments that I've read before in the past that we've paid for. That's going to be the problem with going and talking to businesses and industries about why they should come to Goliad County. If you can't get into a room and sit down and explain to these people why they should come and why it's worth it for them and why it'll be a successful business decision, why would they come? Nobody can blame them for not coming if we can't explain to them why they should. If we don't know, how can they know, right? So we need a judge that can really get in the room with them and articulate that and sell them on it. And then after we sell them on the idea, work out a deal for us to be a long-term success for that, all right? Second thing is after that meeting, I had some conversations, and I'm told, and I'm going to confirm the numbers on this, the specifics on this, but I'm told that a high number of people for this year had to put their property taxes on a payment plan, right? So this is eye-opening for several reasons, right? Number one, our number one priority needs to be cutting the budget, getting back to zero balance budget, right? Our number two priority needs to be bringing in more revenue and more diversified revenue, right? And it used to be option 3 was raising taxes, but now that's no longer on the table because people can't afford it and we have to take care of the community no matter what, right? So now option 3 through number 100 is keeping a zero balance budget and still bringing in additional tax revenue, right? And then our final, no kidding, we have no other choices. We're about to cut services or go into debt. We got to raise taxes, right? But that's not even feasible, and that's not a long-term solution. That may help us this year. It may help us next year, but it's not going to help us 5 years from now because our costs are always increasing, right? So right now, here's our expenses. Here's our revenue, right? We're a little bit below because we've had deficit budget past couple of years, right? With balanced budgets, we can get it to here. But these costs will never go down. They're only ever going to increase. And we cannot increase or even keep up by just raising taxes because there's not enough tax base out there for us to do it, right? So not only is raising taxes a something that nobody wants, it also won't work. And we need to solve the problem, right? If the boat's sinking, we can't just throw the water out. We got to plug the damn hole. That's what it comes down to be. Right? We need to move forward on this. Again, and the only way forward is to go out and get it. We can't wait for businesses to come to us. We can't wait for industry to come to us. We have to find them. We have to tell them why they should come here. We have to convince them and then work out a deal that's best for us long term. Not just to solve our need for next year or 2 years from now. To solve our needs and be successful for us 10 years from now, 20 years from now. That's what it takes, right? Campaign promises are bad, but this is what I promise you. I will fix the revenue issue for Goliad County because there is no choice. We don't have an option. That is literally a no-fail mission. It cannot not be solved. We don't have a choice. Let's do it. Let's do it together. We need it for our future.